All right, I see lots of people. There's Megan and Mindy, Brandy, Cindy. Oh, that all rhymed. Jennifer, Jessica, that's the same Megan, Megan Schaefer. Melanie, Mindy, Nicole, Susan, Christy, and Gina, Jody. Hey, everybody, let us know that you're there. You can type in the chat. While we are waiting for everybody to get on, I want to encourage you to grab some copy paper. We're going to do a lot of different media, and I'm going to try to go slow, but just remember everything is going to be recorded. Olivia, you might want, yeah, the recording. I see that it's recording. Dorex kids, how are y'all this morning? Am I seeing everybody? There's Anna, Lucy, and William. Hey. Hey, everybody.
Hi, guys.
It's scrolling fast. So
yeah, it is.
It's okay. So welcome, everybody. And I am going to probably say Jim Hind Dart several times, but this is Jim Dine Hearts, and it's our Dine Hearts Friday instead of Fine Arts Friday. It is 10 a.m. Central Time, US. We did it early because my husband and I have a date today, and also when we do it a little bit earlier, our friends in Europe can join in. So I think we have some coming from Denmark. Where's Sabine? She's in Austria, I think. Anyway, I know we've got several of our European friends that are going to join us. There's Lindsay. Hey, Lindsay, and Mary and fam, all kids. This is for moms, kids, grandmas, not your dog. Well, your dog could join in technically. And if I'm just going to warn you, if you hear any screaming, squealing, it's probably our new puppy, because right now my husband's down there with her and she's in her bed. But if he has to go somewhere and puts her in her crate, she does not like being in her crate. And it sounds like we are being really mean to her, but we're not.
She's just in her crate.
She just likes, she's a Velcro dog. She likes to be right up against us, touching us. So, all right. So can everybody hear me? And if so, let me know where you're joining us from. And
what thumbs up.
Yay. Okay. While you are joining us. Oh, I hear her. I hear our dog Nula. Grab you some just regular copy paper. You can see I've already magic markered this.
Nice.
We're going to use markers. We're going to use acrylics. We're going to use watercolors. We're going to use pastels. I used glitter, but I'm not going to make y'all use glitter because your mamas might not like me if y'all got out the glitter. But what I'm going to do is present a lot of different ideas inspired by Jim Dine. Jim Dine is an American artist. He's still alive. He has painted well over 1 million hearts. In fact, in one place I read that he has painted millions of hearts. And he said he loves it because it gives him a form. Oh, this is mine, not Jim's. Let me get some of his pictures. It gives him a form, but he can use so many different mediums. So you don't even have to do a heart, because we're going to do just a whole bunch of different processes. And so we're using the heart because it's close to Valentine's Day. So if you want to make some Valentines for your friends, you can make them small and cut them up at the end after everything dries. You can actually just cut out some of your backgrounds in the shape of a heart. This is going to be after everything dries, but you can make really pretty, I'm trying to find pretty right now. I just see messy. This one is an abstract watercolor based on one of his, but this is going to be fun to frame, and you could give it to your mom or your grandma or your dog for Valentine's Day. So I just want to remind you that this one is in the membership. It's on the My Courses page under holidays, and it's the Valentine's lesson. So we've done this one, and it's a very long one. I'm not going to even do this one today, but we're going to do a whole bunch of different ones. I did do something very similar. I have planners that come looking like this gross, boring gray. I don't like gray. I guess you can tell I like color. So I paint them, and I did kind of the same abstract heart on those. Okay, yay, Lindsay's, okay, she's in Germany.
Yes, I was going to read them out to you.
Olivia, you do that. I'll quit talking. I'll get a drink of water.
So Nicole is from Ohio. Mindy is from Kansas. Cindy is from Dallas, Texas. Dorex kids are from North Carolina. Amy's from Nebraska. Jody's from Florida. Susan is from West Virginia. Lindsay's from Germany. Frida is from Florida. Amy is from, is that Maine?
Maine.
Maine, okay.
Oh, well, MA is Massachusetts, I think, and
okay.
ME is Maine.
And then Megan is from Virginia. Hi,
Yay!
everybody.
So basically, we've got everybody Central and Eastern and towards that. I didn't think we'd have anybody that was West Coast time. What's that called? Is it Pacific? There we go. Because it would be like 8 o'clock in California.
And this is Massachusetts.
Yay. All right. Well, so I'm so glad y'all are here. And if you are just joining us, I want you to grab just some regular copy paper, and you can grab a canvas if you want to, but I'm just going to use copy paper, and I have got some watercolor paper. Because we're going to do so many different techniques, you may want to cut your watercolor paper in half. That's what I did here. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the camera to show you some of Jim Dine's hearts. Did I say it right? Not Jim Hines darts. Dine Hearts Friday. Let me move some of my stuff off so that you can see his. All right. I can't tell. You have to figure out where to position the phone. And I do apologize because I cannot figure out how to get it in landscape. So it's all in portrait, which makes our shot much narrower. Okay.
You want me to spotlight it now?
Yes, spotlight it. All right. There we go. Ooh, you can't really see this very well. This one is a huge Jim Dine painting at the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art. It's called Blue Clamp, and you can't even see. There's a tiny bit of blue right here in the center and a little bit of blue here. And it looks kind of brown from this printout, but I encourage you to look it up at the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art. It actually has some really beautiful greens and reds in it, so it's not all brown. That one is what I based this one off from when we did that one several years ago. Okay, it looks like I'm frozen again.
Yeah, there's a comment that says it's glitchy. So,
all right.
What is the Wi-Fi on the phone?
Okay, first of all, let me switch to the Wi-Fi upstairs for this one. Sorry about that. We have bad Wi-Fi sometimes.
We have to have like an extension for our Wi-Fi because it can get pretty bad sometimes. So bear with us just a moment.
Maybe I will just put this on. 5G.
Okay.
See what that does.
All right, it's currently not showing anything, so there we go. All right, how is that? Is that looking any better for anybody?
I don't know if it's going to be glitchy still. I switched over to 5G on the phone, and I put the laptop on the actual correct Wi-Fi extension. Okay, so anyway, this one is the one we did in um, 3 or 4 years. It was like 4 years ago. Wow. This one is 4 years old. So I would encourage you, if you want to do this one with a lot of different color combinations, to make time this weekend to go and watch that one. It's pre-recorded, so you can stop and start. I think I even sped up a lot of where it just is the same old thing over and over. But it's based off Jim Dine's Blue Clown. Now, let me show you this one. I love it. This one is at the Tate Modern in London, and it's just called Four Hearts, but it looks like he's got jewels or something, gemstones behind it. I really love that. This one is just magic marker. I say magic marker and Olivia laughs at me. I grew up in the 70s and 80s and they were called magic markers back then. They're not very magical. They're just markers now. So this one is his, and this can help you see why he was able to, or has been able to, make millions of them, because you can just do this one really quick. In fact, we're going to. So grab you some markers, whether they're magical or not. This one is a graffiti heart. He's got drippy paint, and then he's come back with black paint and just outlined the heart and dripped more paints. This one is called, I think this one is called, wow, I knew what it was called. It's either called red heart or black heart or something very similar, very simple. We're going to do this. If you have any cardstock or construction paper in black, then you might want to grab it. If you don't worry about it. You can just watch what I do. And like I said, this one, we might just kind of copy it. We're going to steal it like an artist, like Pablo Picasso says. We're going to copy it, but you can put your own twist. You don't have to use red. You don't have to make the same marks. You can use a different color background. You can even use a paper sack, which let me show you if I have it here. I have brown recycled paper, which is basically paper sack material.
Really?
And it makes, oh, you would love this
I
for
didn't
your
know that.
for your junk journals. It makes really fun, different color background so that you're not always using white, but you can always just take some paper sacks and tear them up. I do that too. I won't pull all that out for you, but anyway, this one is called, I believe this one is one of his confetti heart series. So if you see all the crazy background colors, but then he came in with black and outlined it again. Here's another one. I don't know what that one's called, but oh, there it is. Here's another confetti heart. So if we have time, we'll do one of these. And then here's a crazy just watercolor heart. We will do something very similar to that. And another confetti heart, unless that's the same one I just showed you. No, I've got 3. So he's got a whole series of these. So basically, we're going to use his inspiration to create some of our own. Here's our marker heart. And I have them all spread around the table. Here's one I did on the black cardstock, like I was mentioning earlier. If you don't have cardstock, you can use construction paper. Here's our watercolor heart. It looks very similar to me, the colors and all. This is the one that's on the membership site already. But what I wanted to tell you is, if you have an old painting that you don't like, then pull it out, because that makes an awesome background. Just a few weeks ago, maybe it was a month ago, Miss Gina Mayo, sorry, Gina, and I did a impressionism workshop. She did,
Tchaikovsky.
no. Wow, y'all.
Debussy.
There we go. Debussy or Debussy or Debussy or whatever. I'm from Georgia, so I just have my own pronunciation of things. And I did Claude Monet. Yay, Anna said she was there. Anna, Lucy, and William. So I had another one of these that I had done as a promo, and I'm trying to find it. I believe it was, I don't know where it is. The point is I had two of these. And so I just started adding different colors of paint to the background of it. And it's not this one, but it ended up looking very similar to this. Oh, now I know where they are.
Brandy says she was there too.
Yay, I'm so glad y'all were. Okay, so these, if you can tell, you can see a little bit of the Monet in the background, but I started slapping on color. So if you have anything that you don't like anymore and you want to use that for a crazy background, then grab that. So what I want to do first is I want everybody to get your acrylic paints out. And the reason we're going to do this first is because we're going to create a crazy background. And I've got a whole bunch of different colors. You can use whatever colors you want. I've got some, oh, I forgot to put out red. This is dry. Pinks, yellows, blues, and greens, and white. But I could have put out oranges and purples. And I really didn't need to put out green because I usually end up mixing them together and creating my own colors. Let me just grab a little bit of this burgundy, darker red color so that we can have that, since a lot of hearts are redder. That's kind of ketchup looking, isn't it?
And this is acrylic paints, you said?
These are acrylic paints. These are thicker. And so I encourage you to use the, let me grab this, the craft paints like that, because these will dry fast. And when we start doing this crazy layer, it's going to be our background. I want you to have so much fun making a chaotic background. Use any color you want. Don't worry about what it looks like, because we're going to come back and make our confetti hearts over it at the end. So now that I've pulled out all these different pieces, I've got to find, Olivia, you may have to come over here and help your dear mom. Let me encourage you to not put it on too thick, because we want it to dry so that we can come back at the end and add our confetti heart. So once again, I'm using, this one is watercolor paper. And what I'm going to do is just start slapping paint all around it. I am not going to have any rhyme or reason. Maybe Olivia can remind me to actually change the color and wash my brush every now and then. But what we want to do, where are my waters? You went and got me some cups of water. There we go. Let me put a mug of water over here so I can wash my brush. A lot of times I like to only use the primary colors like red, yellow, and blue. But actually I like to use pink, yellow, and blue. And then when you just mix them together, they start creating the secondary and the tertiary colors. So that's what I'm doing here. I probably should have started with my yellow. So see, some of these yellows have mixed with the reds and some have mixed with the pinks, and then some are just plain yellow there. Oops, I should have dried my brush. Now I'm coming in with the blue. So we want some areas to be blue, but then you might want to start mixing some of your blues with a little bit of your yellow or your pinks to make purple. And my paints are a little bit too thick for this, so I need to remember to not put so much on here. I already have some green on my palette, so I'm going to grab some of that. And you notice I'm just like flicking my paintbrush around. So let me grab, think about this background, one of the confetti hearts. Here's another one. So think about how you want your background to look, because at the very end, we'll come back with a marker or a pastel or whatever you have. This can be used with almost any medium. If you don't have acrylics, you could do this in watercolors, although you have to go a little bit slower and let a few of them dry in between. Need a little bit more green down here. And I think I'm going to leave some of the white showing through. You don't have to. You can cover the whole thing. And then once you're done with that, let's put a little, oops, that turned brown. Let's put some hot pink there. Olivia's laughing at me already.
She's obsessed with pink. Everything has to be pink.
My walls here are blue.
Yeah, but the curtains are pink. That chair is pink. Your
But
shirt is pink.
the shelves behind me are yellow.
That's
Okay,
weird.
so I'm going to set this aside because we want this to be good and dry. I just completely forgot that I didn't have my light on above me. There we go. Hopefully y'all can see. So I'm going to set this aside. Whenever you get through with yours, go ahead and set it aside. And then grab you some notebook paper or copy paper or graph paper, or like I said, paper sack, whatever you have. This is just, we are having fun. We are not creating, well, we might be. Jim Dines are in fine museums all across the world. This is what I did our marker one on. So if you have any markers with you, pull them out. If you don't have markers, you can use crayons. You can use colored gel pens. You can use pastels. I would not encourage the soft pastels, but I would encourage the oil pastels because number one, I don't like soft pastels. But so first of all, you can take you a pencil. If I can find a pencil. I promise y'all I organized everything, but then when I showed it, it just kind of got a little bit out of order here. And I'm going to move my thing down so we can get this in the shot. Wow.
That was loud.
Sorry, that was my light adjusting. All right, so is everybody ready? Have you made your crazy chaotic layer for our confetti heart at the end? If so, go ahead and set that aside. And then grab you a piece of copy paper or whatever, and a pencil or a marker or whatever, and just draw you a heart. Don't try to get it perfect. Jessica said not yet, so I'm going to wait. Wait just a bit. And I'm going to show you or give you a visual reminder of what we're going to work on next. This is a Jim Dine heart, and you can see it's crazy, it's chaotic. We're just going to make fun marker strokes. They will go over each other. They will go under each other. They will blend. But you choose your favorite colors, and I'm going to do kind of copy the same, just where he's using just the same strokes, but you can tell these strokes are going in all crazy different directions. So I'm going to go ahead and just start picking out colors. I think this one is raspberry red. I definitely want a little bit of red in the heart. So don't worry about following what I'm doing. Just make you crazy strokes. Channel your inner kindergartner. If you are a kindergartner, channel your inner preschooler. And if you are a preschooler, you don't even know what I'm talking about. Just have fun. All right, so I'm going to do all of my oranges and reds and pinks. First, but I want to leave space to come back. Oops, I do actually kind of want to keep that in a heart shape there. Leave space for your cool colors, which are the greens, blues, purples. I've already got some there, so I'll just fill that in. So right now we're doing the warms, which are reds, oranges, yellows. Have I done this color? Oh, there we go. So do some on the inside of your heart drawing and some on the outside. You can go ahead and start blending over some of the colors you already have done. And I'm gonna go on to yellow.
I like these colors.
Yeah, you should do some of these for our creativity prompts. That would be fun.
That's a good idea.
Hey, if y'all haven't seen, Olivia has started creating creativity prompts for our members for every month. The February is in on the My Courses page in the members area. Is that where it is?
Yeah.
So if you click on that where it says creativity prompts, you can download prompts for each day if you want to create, or you can save them up and create on the weekends. Sorry, Nicole, I just saw that you said you weren't ready yet.
Oh, Nicole says that she loves the prompts. Yay.
Yay.
And she says that they are ready now.
Oh, good.
So. Yeah, the creativity prompts have been really fun to make. And so I like doing it.
Can you hear Olivia talking? Because we have her muted on her laptop, but I just want to make sure that you can hear her. She said that she's had lots of fun creating the prompts. She's been doing some fun junk journaling. She may have to do an art course.
Oh, that would be fun.
On junk journaling. Okay, so if you noticed, I just switched to a green. So, okay, Cindy says, yes, they can hear. Susan says can hear. Yay. All right. Now I'm going to come in with my cooler colors, and I'm doing the same thing. Just making fun marker strokes everywhere. You know, sometimes when you just get kind of blocked and you may not like what you're doing, it's just fun to just take color and play with it. And it doesn't have to be heart-shaped. You could make whatever kind of, oops, I've got a piece of charcoal stuck to my finger. Whatever kind of shapes you want. Use those creativity prompts and add lots of color with them. Move on to some, okay, this one's lavender. I have a darker purple. All right, so you can, just stop right there, or you can go back and start kind of retracing over. He has on here, I don't know if you can see it, but he has some cross hatching. So if you haven't ever heard of cross hatching, we talk about that in mixing with the masters, because a lot of the old artists, when they would do printing, they had to cut things out, and so they couldn't shade like you would with paints and pencils. So cross hatching means you just come in and you add more of the same color, but you do it right across, and it just darkens that color.
So you go against the original strokes, like
so like a cross. Hello, that looks like I'm trying to keep a vampire away, doesn't it? So I'm not going to do it on all of them, but I'll just come back in and add a little bit of cross hatching. If you want to, you can. If you don't want to, then, oops, that's the wrong color. You don't have to. Remember, we're going to do several other things. So You can always come back to these later and create, just add to it if you want to set this aside. Actually, I'm just going to crosshatch all my pinks so that all my pinks will show up. And I don't care if Olivia makes fun of me or not. We need some purples there. And then double cross hatching would be actually coming in and doing a diagonal. But I'm going to stop right here and I'm going to grab, I forgot to get out the black marker and I think it's downstairs. I do have a Sharpie here, but I don't know if it works. So we're just going to see. So once you have your markers where you want them, then you want to, let me show you his again. Come in here and outline it. You don't have to use black. You don't have to outline yours at all if you don't want to. But I'm going to. I'm just going to let Mr. Dine inspire us. And just come in and outline it with all these wispy little outlines. And then he's got places where he just takes the black and he just makes marks all over it. And then some of them, he comes inside the heart and does that cross hatching. And if you notice, he kind of does it in the curve to show that the heart is curving there. You can come in and add a lot more black in certain places, like he does here. And he's got lines just coming out. And then lots of crazy marks down here. So there we go. That's our first complete Dine heart based on this one. Where's my other one that I had? I need two of me. Olivia, you're supposed to be helping me.
Yep, I'm just sitting here doing nothing.
All right, so here was my fun sample. Oh, I did come back in. Actually, this was with, these markers are thick on, oops, let me get in the shot. Thick on one side and then pretty thin on the other side. And so when the black one is downstairs, but I came in on this one and added in some really thin cross hatching. So just play around with that. And so you'll have to help me remember how many we've done. Okay. That's going to be our first one based on his marker. So now if you have pastels, if you don't have pastels, you can use oil. You can use the soft if you don't have oil. If you have crayons, you can use those. And as I mentioned, if you have any kind of construction paper or cardstock, you can pull that out because we are going to do one based off this one, which you should actually Google and find out the name of this one if you can.
Yeah, let me.
I may have it on the Jim Dine Heart lesson. I may have put the names of them there, but I don't remember. So when I did pull this one out, I used just a oil pastel, and I was bearing down so hard that it broke. So I've got just a little stump of one here. But we're going to be inspired.
It's just called the Black and Red Heart.
Black and Red Heart. See, I knew it had to do with colors. I just didn't know it correctly. So what I'm going to do is just take this red pastel. Again, use whatever background and whatever color you want. And you don't even have to limit it. It doesn't have to be monochromatic, only one color. So that one, I want it to be wonky looking.
Yeah, it's really wonky. What should they use if they don't have black construction paper?
Do you have any kind of cardstock or any a paper sack? Oh, okay. Well, anything. I would just suggest doing it on white copy paper right now. And if they like it, then they can go back and do it later. But I just want you to like have fun, make the wonky hearts. They don't all have to be perfectly symmetrical. And so now we're just going to start coloring it in. He puts a lot of just red strokes over on the right side. And I've broken this again.
Good job.
Thank you. Olivia's my cheerleader, but I think it was sarcasm, dear friend. All right, so basically that's all he has done on the inside of his. And then he's come back around the edges. Sure, I'm in the shot. Okay. And just done some horizontal strokes. And then down here, he's done a little bit more of the cross hatching. Just some fun strokes. He did come like up close to this side and add a little bit thicker strokes, like so. Let me move these out from under. And let's do a little curving stroke there. So that is your second one. Here's mine that I just did. Here's the sample I did, and here is the original. So have fun with the black, red and black heart. Is that what you said it was called? And if you want yours to be a yellow and black heart, or a yellow and blue heart, or a purple and fuchsia, or chartreuse, and what are some weird other colors? I love chartreuse. Why am I saying that?
Is awesome.
Anyway, purple. Purple's cool.
I love purple.
I don't, but Olivia does. So let's go ahead and set that aside. That's our second one. Now, if you have a crayon or an oil pastel, then take a little sheet of your watercolor paper and make some fun hearts on there. In fact, I think I'm going to grab some more colors. Except I can't find my box. Do you see my pastels?
Oh, I took it.
You took my pastel?
Yeah, it's on the chair right outside.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I was using pastels for one of our upcoming lessons that we'll be releasing early this spring.
Oh,
so,
you should tell them.
Yes, well, okay, we're going to do a birds course. It's going to be called Featherly Friends. It's for our K-2 courses.
Yeah.
And so we will have 6 new lessons featuring different birds that will be in your backyard that you'll find.
Well, actually, we're going to pre-release it to our members.
Okay.
So we'll put it in the website because we know that this month is the Great Backyard Bird Count. So if you want to participate in that, as soon as our video editor gets them back to us, I'll have Olivia start uploading. Oh, this is purple.
Yeah, they should be pretty much done by next week, and have everything up next week. So we're excited about it.
But we're not going to let the general public have it until early spring because we're mean. We don't mean to be mean, but it's fun to just have perks for our members. Okay, let's do. I don't see a really fun pink color in this, but that's okay. Anyway, basically, I've just taken some pinks and I've used the, you can use crayons, you can use oil pastels. Are you done with these or?
Yeah, I'm done with them.
Okay. I will just set them aside and we'll put them up after this. So then go ahead and grab out your watercolors. So this will be just an intermediate one that we're going to do. If you've done watercolors with me, you know that I like to spray my tray down. So I'm going to spray it off camera. I actually have 2 little watercolor sets here because this one has some fun pinks in it. And I need to find, there we go. say Olivia wasn't helping me, but she actually had to go and clean my brushes for me. And she had to fill up my jars with water for me.
No, it was so hard.
Yeah, I know. I'm so mean to her, but actually she's a very good help. It's what I'm trying to say. And she's being sarcastic again. Children, don't be like Olivia. So all I'm doing is taking some watercolors and filling in around the oil pastels that I just drew on. Oh, ooh, I like that one. This one's got some yellow mixed in with the pink. So it makes this fun orange color. And just take whatever colors you want and add them to the inside. And of course, we're going to come right back around and do our outside. Oh, wow. Help me keep an eye on the time because we are going slower than I thought. I think I spent way too much time chatting at the beginning and showing Jim Dine stuff, but hopefully I can show you some other ideas and y'all can work on them throughout the day or over the weekend and make some more Valentines or heart art for family and friends. All right, so I filled all of these in with the warm colors. And so I'm just going to grab like a blue, or how about the turquoise? I like that. So I've got some turquoise right here on my watercolor tray. And I've wet it down, but it just doesn't seem to be liquidy enough for me. But now I'm just going to come right over some of them. I will come up to the oil and not go across, but then some I will go right over it and let that mix, because the blue will make some fun greens with the yellows and some lavenders with my pinks. It will make a not pretty shade of brown with the orange, so just be careful. It is the oils in the oil pastel and the wax in the crayons that will kind of give you that barrier.
I really like those colors.
See, I like colors other than pink. I need more water on my brush. I'm using a lot of water for the background. I used less water for the hearts so that they would be, oh, look, I've got this yellow that has, because my paper is curling up, and so the yellow watercolor is dripping out, but I'm just going to take my blue and go right over it, and it'll make that background a fun green. Anyway, I use a little bit more paint on the inside of the hearts with the pinks and oranges and yellows, and I'm using more water with the blue so that my background is a little more light and a little more fluid as we paint. Okay, so that one, you can tell how wet this is curled up on me. Once again, I'm going to set this one aside and let it be drying. And I'm going to pull out another half sheet of watercolor. And I'm going to clean my brush. So that's our third finished heart based off from Jim Dine's abstracts. And we're going to do the watercolor one if I can find it. All right, this one is mine. Uh-oh. There we go. I lost my visual. Okay, and so this one is his. Now, if you notice, he has let all of the colors run together and bloom, make blooms, which a lot of times I would say real watercolorists don't like that. I'm not a real watercolorist. I play with watercolor. But this is so much fun to me. And so when I was painting this one, I tried to let it all run together. And so that's what I want you to do too. Don't try to make a perfect watercolor piece. This is again an abstract one that we're going to do. And Olivia, when I finish it, remind me what you said to do to the finished piece after. So we're going to use a small one. And I'm going to very lightly with my pencil draw a heart. You can make it wonky again, or you can try to make it as, this is going to be wonky. I don't have time to make it symmetrical. A lot of times what I do when I am watercoloring is just sketch out the drawing with pencil as lightly as I can. And then I take an eraser. I like to use these kneadable ones, the gray, that you can get them for less than $1. These don't produce crumbs and they get into really tight spots, which is very helpful in my opinion. But I just come back and erase the lines. I leave just enough to give me some guidance. But I don't want all of the lines showing up. So I drew it and then I erased most of it. I know you can't see it far away, so I just hold it up a little bit to let you see that it is there. And once again, we're going to start with our warm colors with our pinks, reds, orange, and yellows. I'm going to grab this fun pink. And I'm going to just apply it to one top area of the heart. Oh no, my orange went into my opera rose. Y'all know how much I love opera rose. Well, now it's filled with orange, so it's not going to be the same, but that's all right. Here's my other favorite pink color. It's tainted now. So I'm just going to let these run into each other. And since I've got orange in that, I'm going to grab some and put it on there. I have a lot of water on my brush. So I'm letting these all just kind of run together. I'm going to grab some of my crimson red. It's not really showing up as much. There we go. I'm going to let that run into my pink. And then I'm going to grab some yellow and just finish it all off. So see how I didn't even try to like make it stay away from each other. I just let it all run together. Let me finish filling that out. And so even while it's still wet, I am going to switch over and start doing some of the cool colors in the background. And I'm going to grab, I think this one is indigo blue. And I will do the blue right up against the red. So it's going to start running together. It may drip down. But that's okay. I need more water on my brush. So let's put some over on this side. I'm going to try to stay away from the orange because I don't want brown, but I'm going to come up to the yellow because that will start making a green, especially once we start kind of letting it drip into each other. And now I'm going to get a green. This one is my sap green, just a medium shade of green. I'm just letting it all blend together. Excuse me. And you can just start blending with your paintbrush the background. And because this one is also in the shade of pink, I don't want to use the same color blue, but I will go back to that turquoise that I used for the last one with the oil pastels. And I'm going to come up against it. I need a little bit more water on my brush. And then just start blending it in and maybe adding some of it down here. I'm going to come back up here with some more of that green. So just use whatever color combinations you want to, but if you want it to not turn brown, just keep your greens away from your oranges and your blues away from your, no, it's your
Green
blues.
away from red.
There we
blue
go.
Away from orange.
What Olivia said.
And yellow away from purple.
I don't have any purple in here. Should I put some purple in here?
Yes.
I'll just add a bit of purple.
Just for me.
Just for Olivia, because you are my favorite daughter.
Thank you. That means so much.
Okay, so I am basically done with this one, and I will tell you what I did with this one was before all the colors were done. If you look at Jim Dine's heart, you can see there's a lot of cool texture in there, and you can do that with salt and different, that's lovely. Can you grab that for me? You can do that with salt, but what we're going to do is the spray bottle that I just threw across the room. Thank you, Olivia. I'm just going to take it. You do not have to do this. If this freaks you out, then don't worry about it. But I'm just going to just add a little bit of squirt to the top of my watercolor, and it's going to make the colors run a little bit more. You can actually like tilt it down and let some of that color bleed down. However, it will do that.
That looks awesome though.
But if you notice, his bled down into the thing as well. Let me grab a paper towel because I want to at least preserve the top of this heart. And now where's my paintbrush? Right here, laying right beside the thing. And I'm going to add just a little bit more pink right there. It's still going to run together, but at least you'll be able to tell that it's a heart, hopefully. All right, so I'm going to let this one dry, set that aside. What number is that?
3, 4?
4, I think.
Yeah.
But Olivia suggested, and you can do this on your own time if you want to. After it's dry, you could come back with, what'd you say, a marker? Let me grab a marker. What color do you think?
Purple.
No.
Black.
No.
Pink.
Okay, pink. You could come in and outline it if you wanted to. You had several other suggestions. What were they?
Well, one option that you could do is take your watercolors and just splatter them all over the page in a vaguely heart shape, but just like get all the colors on there, make it really bright, and then outline a heart around the different shapes. So going in without drawing a heart first and just throwing colors on there, but then looking for the hearts in the
that'd be
colors.
Cute. But since she said splatter, I'm going to just show you that you can come and get a lot of the, put the color on there and then dip it in the water. Make sure you have a lot of water on your brush, so it's very liquidy. And then just come in and tap over your finger. We do this with, you can do it with a toothbrush as long as you don't use your little sister's toothbrush, use an old one. And this would be fun to do with when everything dries, some of the brighter colors. But I just wanted to show you how you can do that with the paint. And I did it with a darker color, knowing that that would show up better for you. So once you finish these, come back to them and add some more of your own fun ideas. So I'm going to move the watercolor one out of the way. And we're getting close to end time. So I forgot to tell you to grab something.
Oh no.
I know. And now I don't even know where I put mine. If you have an old gift card, don't get your mom or dad's debit card. You can just watch this one and you can come back later and do this, because actually we can't really finish it out because we're going to go back to our confetti heart. But let me just show you this fun technique of just using, like I mentioned earlier, only the primary colors. So I'm going to get yellow, and I've got it on an old gift card. And you can just take that gift card and just spread your paint around. Then you can dip it in the blue, another primary color, and just come. We're actually doing the cross hatching, but with a different tool. And so you can see some of the blue, some of the yellow, and some of the green that they make. I'm going to wipe this off. This is always fun to do if you have paint left over on your palette. Just get out some paper and make you some backgrounds for later. All right, let me do some of the pink. Oops. And make sure that you have something over your table. So basically, you're just taking a gift card and using different. Where's my art journal? I was wanting you to do this one. Let me find that again.
Okay.
Just creating a fun background, and I'll show you the heart we did. This is not Jim Dine inspired, but it's fun just to have this kind of background. And then I'm coming back with my yellow over the top because you can't see it in some of the areas. All right. And then actually you can cover the whole thing if you want to, but that's just using 3 colors and you've made a whole combination of different ones. You can even add white. And then let me show you what to do with it if you want to do this afterwards. So here is one that I have done, and I've actually come back in and added white to it. So you can see that we made some lighter shades of pink, some teals out of the darker blues and greens. And then another one I didn't have much white in this one, so it was really bright. And so I got to move this palette out of the way. You can actually just come in after it dries. And I took a white Sharpie marker, which I had laid out on my desk. There it is. Just a white one. Make sure everything is dry and just start sketching out a fun heart. And I am actually, you may think I'm funny, but I'm actually going to put this in a white frame and put it on my wall. And here I have blue walls. If you look behind Olivia, you can see the color of my wall. And I am going to add these to a white frame and have a whole bunch of my heart paintings framed to make a fun little gallery look. So if you're ready, we can go back to our very first one that we did for our confetti heart. And I think that I went crazy with that, didn't I? Yeah. All right. So actually, these turned out a little bit darker than I like. So I might want to come in later and, add some other colors to it, but I'm not going to right now. So if you have black markers, you can do this. You can do this with black ink, like just a black pen. I would encourage you to do like the micron permanent markers or pens if you're going to use a pen, but just make it something that's not going to bleed all over your thing. Make sure it is a permanent. Or you could actually do black paint, but I'm going to do it kind of like Jim's. I don't know where I put them again. So this one he used a brown, actually a oil pastel would be good for that one. But I'm going to do it like this one. I'm just going to use my Sharpie marker. And all I'm going to do is take this fun background and just draw an abstract heart. And remember, they don't have to be perfect. Hey, could you grab me never mind, you have to get up. Since I mentioned the oil pastel and this isn't showing up that well, can't really see that black right there, can you? Now, if I hold it up, you can. So that's with a Sharpie. But I've got this oil pastel, and you could just come in and just add a little bit more black around the edges to add some distinction, or white. Like I did with that one I just showed you. I like the white better, but in the spirit of Jim Dine, we're going to use the black. So actually, this would be fun to pick maybe one of these colors in here, a bright yellow to go around, or a blue or a pink, or whatever your favorite color is. So that's what we've got done today. Don't forget, you can create different backgrounds like I showed you. But I think we did 5 or 6. I don't know. Here are 2 of them. I'm going to try to grab these other ones if I can find them. So we've got our confetti heart, our black and red heart, our marker heart, our just abstract ones, and I set the watercolor one aside to dry, and I don't know where it went.
It might be like with the oil pastels. It seems like you might have just set one.
There it is. You were right. What would I do without you? I just went and sat the oil pastels on top of it. So, oops. Let me grab this other one. That was the sample one. So also, if you, like I mentioned earlier, if you have a crazy painting that you don't like, you can just come in and add splotches. This one, like I said, has some glitter. See all that lovely glitter? You don't want to do that if it makes your mama mad. So just forget about the glitter. But then afterwards, after everything is dried, you could come back in with white paint and paint out the shape of a heart, and then add some fun, crazy, wacky colors to the edges. And then these would be fun to put like a little message to somebody. And this was just a piece of watercolor paper that I cut up into 4ths. So you can just go crazy with all the different abstract heart ideas. And I think I showed you the one where I just took the background like this, and I actually cut the hearts out of it, and I can't find those. Here we go. Now, this one is fun because if you put it on the back or on white paper, you could just use a glue stick or something to just glue it and write a message there. You can make these the size of envelopes and then buy just some blank envelopes and put those in there. And the possibilities are endless. And I actually just thought of one. I might go back and start cutting some hearts and then come back with a hole punch, put a hole on each side of the heart, and make a little garland to string in
that's a great idea.
in the studio. So, okay, I might let you do that.
Okay.
So, all right, does anybody want to show us their hearts? I am going to turn this off.
All right,
Can you
switch back to you? Hold on.
All right. I need to move this light out of my face.
All right, hold on, everybody. I am working on spotlighting everybody. Ooh, here's one.
All right. Oh, I love that. That one's got, is that black and red and stripes in the background? I love that. That is beautiful.
Okay, let me spotlight this one.
Oh, yes. I love these. These are all so good. The markers and was that watercolor or acrylics? Oh, look at all those. I love this.
Beautiful.
Oh, I see Megan and Anna and Lucy. Okay, Livy, I'm just gonna let you spotlight. I don't know.
So many people here, so give me just a minute. All right, I'm going to, let's see, I see Megan up here, so I'm gonna spotlight you.
Oh, I
love
love that. That
Yeah,
one
those
looks
are
the confetti
awesome.
heart. And then, oh, look at her. Is that watercolors with the lavender and the pink and yellow? That was the watercolor ones we did with the other, right? Those are beautiful, girls. I love them. Let me,
all right.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful job, you guys.
Aren't these fun though? Because there's no set way that they have to look. I see that Anna, Lucy, and William are holding up some they want me to show. Thanks, Megan's kids, girls and boys.
Oh, I love those.
Oh, I love the overlapping hearts
I was
too.
about to say that. That's awesome.
These are beautiful, guys.
Oh, I love
I'm going to do that. I'm going to go back and overlap some hearts.
Okay, I see Lindsay holding hers up, Lindsay Hunt. So I'm going to spotlight you.
Well, that's not Lindsay.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Those are gorgeous, guys. I love them. Beautiful. Nice. Wow. Y'all did a great job.
Awesome. Those are
so beautiful. Good job.
Okay, so I see Brandy Carlson. So hold on.
Oh, Nicole said that other one was for the Bengals. Okay, go Bengals, whatever.
Oh, those are so pretty.
Yes, I love those. The watercolor and the markers. Those are gorgeous, guys.
Awesome job.
Well done. See, hearts don't have to be frou-frou. Boys can make cool abstract hearts, right? Jim Dine proved that. He's made millions of them. So.
All right. So I see Frida and
good job.
Aisha. Is that how you pronounce that? I hope I pronounced that right. So. Ooh, how pretty.
Oh, I love that. Those are beautiful.
Very
nice.
Yes.
They're so soft. I love them. Good job, Aisha.
All right, and I see Jessica Forker. So let me
and Miss Frida. Sorry, didn't mean to leave you out. There's oh yay! Hey guys.
Oh, I love that.
She made hers into a card. I love it.
Yeah,
that is beautiful,
awesome.
And I love your watercolors with your hearts overlapping. Hey, why is the brother? He's edging out from behind. Show us your heart art. Did you participate with us? Yay! Awesome. Right. Y'all did a great job.
Brandy Carlson.
Oh yeah, that's the black and red one.
Black and red one.
Love it.
Nice.
Oh, I like that because you did a smaller heart and did a cool whole bunch of mark making on the outside. So that looks really cool.
Yeah, I love that.
Good job.
All right, so I'm going to put the spotlight back on Alicia.
Oh, I was fixing to do gallery view so I could see more.
Well, I don't see anybody else holding up.
Nobody else is holding up? Okay.
So yeah, I see Mindy.
Mindy's little girl's got her hand raised.
Okay, do you want to show us your art?
Show us your art.
Put you on the spotlight. Let's see. Oh, she just walked away. She might be getting her.
I know. I'm so sorry that we've gone over time, guys. I know I had a lot to get in 1 hour, but I just want to remind you that this is going to be, or it is being recorded, and Olivia will have it up in the studio very soon, and y'all can use this and go back and make some more. Oh, I love those.
Oh,
very
cool.
Good.
I love all this spots.
Oh, nice. Very good. You did an awesome job. I'm so proud of all your work. Oh, look at that.
Look at all those colors.
She's got some more. Y'all are prolific artists. I love it.
All right, so I'm gonna put it back on Alicia.
All right. So anyway, I just wanted to thank you all again for joining us. Go ahead and share your art on Instagram or Facebook if you want to.
Oh,
And
we
you
have some more.
okay, and hashtag us at Masterpiece Society. Is that what we do? Is that our hashtag?
Hashtag Masterpiece Society.
So that we can
I'm
see it.
putting Mary on real quick.
Oh, ooh, I love
Those are
those.
awesome.
Yes. Perfect sizes too. I like that you made them even smaller. Those would make perfect Valentines. Yeah.
And then
I keep seeing just hands pop up.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Amy Hewitt's son is here as well.
Yay.
So.
Good job, guys. Oh, that is beautiful.
Yeah, I love those stripes. Those are awesome.
Yes. Well done. I love that the boys have shown up for making these hearts. That just proves that hearts are not just for girls. But I will tell you that Jim Dine, his hearts were inspired by his wife. So, oh, there's another one. Yes. I love that with the white outline.
And I have one more that I'm going to do real quick. I saw you holding yours up.
Mindy's daughter.
Yeah.
Oh,
put little friends
yes.
on
I love that. Those are beautiful. Is that you and a friend?
Oh,
You're muted, so I can't hear you, but it's a very good. That is a great job. Awesome. You're a great artist. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Y'all have an awesome Friday and an awesome weekend. And like I said, post your pictures on Instagram or Facebook and tag us so that we can put them in our Instagram stories and show everybody.
Yes,
so
please.
We love you all.
All right.
Happy Valentine's Day on Monday.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.